minor 7 to E flat 7. Now you play that phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I've been watching a lot of these workshop videos with Barry Harris. I don't know if it's from one workshop or if it's from several different ones, but there's a few floating around on YouTube. And I've been transcribing some of this stuff. I thought it would be a good idea to break some of this stuff down. You know how I like to break down information from books or other videos or transcribed solos and stuff, and try to find a way to apply this stuff into your own playing. So see if we can do that with this stuff. First there was just this lick. Let's just learn it. It's pretty good.
Another player would play B flat minor 7 to E flat 7. Now you play that phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that just run like E flat 7.
So it's basically just a 2-5-1 lick. I don't know, he might be doing something with this later in the video that we're not seeing. I don't have the whole workshop. This is just kind of some sections from it. But that's a pretty good 2-5-1 lick, right? So if I have a 2-5-1, so for those of you who think that, yeah, you shouldn't learn 2-5-1 licks, you shouldn't learn licks from other players, that's not creative, blah, blah. Well, Barry Harris thinks it's a good idea to learn licks, so if it's good enough for him. Also, it's interesting to notice, I think, how quickly these students pick up on the lick. This might be like the second day of the workshop or something we're not seeing. But, or it's like a master students, they are all very kind of quick of picking up what he's showing them. It's something I noticed, and having been in that kind of environment myself. As I've said before, I think instead of learning 1,000 licks, take a lick like this, if you like this lick, and try it over as many tunes as you can. I think he's doing this over back home in Indiana later, which is the same changes as Donna Lee, right? But you should try it over your favorite standards and see if you can throw it in there. But this is not what the stuff I want to get to, is when he's talking about tritone. So let's look what he's saying here.
To an A7. Now, I'm going to show you a phrase where Bird played the whole tritone against the dominant.
Yeah, so here something is missing in the...
E flat minor, E flat 7.
There was something missing there, right? Like, but maybe that's I know there's a video you can purchase of a workshop. So this might be somebody who's just taking different sections from that. I'm not sure. So let's see what he's doing here. Here he's playing over Embraceable You in F.
Now here's a tritone.
Okay, so he's using a shape, so the tune goes like F, A flat diminished, and then G minor, and then there's an altered chord, or a D, back to that G, which is not everybody plays that chord there, but I think Charlie Parker does. So when over that D that wants to go back to G minor, he thinks A flat. So A flat, that's the lick. And later there is this chord, A7. Same thing there, it thinks the tritone, E flat. which leads to D minor. So I think most of you know this, but if I have a D7 altered going to G minor, this is a sharp 9, like a Hendrix chord. If I just switch to the bass note to A flat, I get an A flat 13. So A flat mixo or Lydian flat 7 share the same notes as D altered. They're the same notes, just depending on where you start. I think most of you know this. Somehow, in a lot of cases, it's easier to think of the tritone because the altered scale, as I've talked about a lot, is kind of complicated. It's like a flat 9, sharp 9, or flat 5. Everything is altered, so you have this lot of like altered extensions to remember. So to keep things simple, I just go to the tritone and I play this lick, which is like a fifth and another fifth, a stack of fifths. He thinks of it like 5 or 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, and then surrounding the fifth. So I'm thinking of the extensions in relation to the tritone, not to the D. So there's a D7 there, but I'm thinking A flat. I think that's his point. That's you think of the tritone. So let's play Embraceable You. So F6, A flat dim, G minor, D7 altered, B flat minor to F, and then a 2-5 to D minor. So here I'm going to think E flat, E7 to A minor, sorry, G minor, and C altered. That's the first. Here, and here I think E flat. I could have done it there too. And here, C, I think F sharp. Think A flat. Okay. So sometimes he plays it like a triplets, and other times he was playing the last notes are just surrounding that next chord tone. Grab your coffee and let's move on and see what he says next.
That C7, I change it to F sharp 7.
So somebody's already transcribed this, so I'm kind of transcribing something that is already transcribed. So it's like a meta lesson. Those notes are from G Dorian or C mixo. I think he thinks C mixo. And then he just thinks F sharp 7. So continuing on the same motif. So I guess the idea here again is that it's easier to think F sharp 7. It's notated as flats. Yeah, maybe it would have been better to notate them as sharps there, rather than thinking C altered. But F sharp, Lydian flat 7, and C altered, I think we agreed on, are the same notes. So this lick works in a ballad situation. So again, if we try that over Embraceable You, which is what he's playing there, I'm pretty sure. So I made a mistake in the chord there. I'm gonna replay the chords again because I didn't like that. F, A flat, G minor, E, C, A, D minor, and here he plays that lick. It's a great tune, one of my favorite tunes, Embraceable You. Here he's gonna play that lick on the G minor here. Here, A flat. Here we play E flat. Here I could play the tritone of the E. Okay, so I digress. So there's, I guess if you play that here for a D, for example, it's like I'm thinking of this D note, but I see the triad. And if I have the root of the dominant chord here, A, I might see this shape. I know I said a lot of times in my videos that the altered scale is kind of tricky, and it's all about getting it into your ears. So, do, do, do. There's the note. Then if you can sing, do, 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 ba, do, 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 da. If you can find those notes in your mind, with the help of your ears and singing them, it's more likely to come out in your playing, right? But it takes some work. If you don't hear it when if you just play it by putting your fingers, it's gonna take longer, I think, before you find it. So the ear training can speed up that process of internalizing these things. Okay, let's move on with the video.
Do this. Play the tonic of C, and then tonic of C, and then play the second of chromatic to the third. Take an F sharp 7 and do the same thing. Say. Say. Oh, instead of hitting the tonic of the F sharp, hit the second. Get ready. Play it. No. See, that's the music.
That's a great lick. So you're starting on, if the dominant is C, and play the root and then up to the third chromatic. Then you go to the tritone, do the same thing. That's a great lick already. Then he does this. I changed it to that. I like that better than what he's playing. No, so let's do this over another tune. Let's do it over around midnight. Had to pull out my Thelonious Monk fake book. Here, the tritone works really well there. So it's a B flat, but it's like an E, because Monk likes to do that to kind of imply that tritone. It's very Monk sounding. So let's play those chords. There, we're gonna play it, right? Let's try that thing. Starting on the tonic note. love that lick, that's great. So B flat going up to the third. And that's the second of the E. So it's like I'm starting very in. Again, you should try it over many tunes, but this phrase is has a little bit of a, it's kind of noticed, so it works better over a ballad. And try not to play it exactly the same way every time. Try see if you can kind of tweak it. That's another thing that I think is important in this aspect of when learning licks. Something I got from Scott Henderson, that you should make the licks come alive and play them after your own kind of in your own way, so you do something with them rather than just play them. And maybe at first you play them as they are, but then after a while you should be able to kind of make music with licks. So if you know Barry Harris, who is one of the heaviest jazz educators in history, approves of this method, and or he seems to favor this method of learning licks. I'm gonna make more videos of this like this. There's another one where he does this over rhythm changes, like showing the students just phrases that you can use over rhythm changes. And so there'll be more videos like this. So let me know in the comments if you appreciate this kind of format where I look at videos, other videos. I'm planning to do quite a few of this. There's some other videos I want to look at. So, and the PDFs is on my Patreon page. So big thank you to my patrons. And now I feel like I'm talking too much, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for your time and attention. I shall see you next time.